You don't realize how much sound shapes your space until it finally does it right. The first time you hear the Sonos Arc Ultra in your own room, it's not just louder. It's bigger, wider, taller. Like your walls quietly moved back. This is for you if your living room isn't just a couch and a TV, it's your reset zone. Your late-night movie escape. Your Sunday playlist ritual. You care about clean design. You don't want wires crawling everywhere. But you also refuse to accept thin, lifeless audio anymore. Before you get too comfortable imagining it, check the current price and availability. Premium setups don't sit untouched once people start upgrading. You probably hit your limit slowly. Dialogue that made you rewind scenes. Action moments that looked epic but sounded flat. Music that felt like it was coming from a single direction instead of filling the room. You kept adjusting volume, tweaking settings, trying to squeeze more out of something that had already peaked. Then you switched to the Sonos Arc Ultra. And suddenly, space has dimension. With Dolby Atmos working overhead and around you, the sound doesn't just come from the front. It moves. A helicopter passes above. Crowd noise wraps behind. A whisper feels close and intentional. You stop listening harder and start relaxing into it. Once you feel this kind of depth, the old setup feels small, compressed, distant. Gaming becomes more intense because positional cues feel accurate. Streaming concerts feel alive instead of broadcasted. Even podcasts feel richer, more grounded, more present. And voice control built in? It keeps everything seamless. No extra remotes. No friction. Don't wait for stock to thin out or prices to shift while you overthink it. If you've already identified audio as your weak link, you're not going to unfeel that. Maybe you're asking yourself if a single soundbar can really replace a room full of speakers. That doubt fades the first time the 9.1.4 spatial processing fills your space without clutter. And here's something you don't expect: the clarity at lower volumes is incredible. You don't have to blast it to feel immersed. It holds detail even when you keep things calm. Owning something like this changes your environment. It feels intentional, polished, complete. You notice it when guests sit down and instinctively say, "That sounds different." You notice it when you compare it to cheaper options and realize you'd be stepping backward. The sound feels expansive. The clarity feels effortless. The bass feels controlled and deep. The immersion feels natural. The entire room feels upgraded. It's not entry level. And yes, you can expand it later if you want even more impact. But even on its own, it commands the space. At some point, you stop bouncing between tabs and accept what you already know. You want the experience, not the compromise. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you postpone while your living room stays stuck in the past. Check the price. See if it's available. And if it is, bring your space to life the way it was meant to sound.